Hey everybody, it is Krahmon again, and back with another MTGA deck review. Alright guys, this one is a mono blue tempo deck, and it's called Bluno. This one's a relatively inexpensive deck. It's not a tier 1, but it's got some really annoying features to it, which I find hysterically fun until I run into them myself. So here we go, guys. Up first, we have 3 Anticipates, and I know you're going to probably be wondering why I have a blue deck without any 1-drops. Very simple. Most of the 1-drops I have don't really fit the mold properly. I mean, I can put Opt in here, but Anticipate works better. Up next, we have Disperse, which is 2-cost, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. To go back over Anticipate, it's you look at the top 3, put 1 into your hand, rest the bottom of your order, or your library in any order. Alright, next up is Essence Scatter, and this is just a 2-cost counter target creature spell. Then we have Radical Idea. It's a 2-cost draw card, and it has Jumpstart, which means you can cast it from your graveyard after you've already cast it, or if you've discarded it, or whatever reason. By discarding a card, you can recast this one and paying its mana cost. So, up next, the Unexplained Disappearance. This is another bounce for a creature for 2, and you surveil 1. Really fun. Next, Vodalian Arcanist. Wow, okay. This is a 2-cost 1/3 Merfolk Wizard, and you can tap to add a colorless to your mana pool, and you spend it only for instant and sorcery spells. This is for early game ramping for counter spells and tempo, so that's why this one's in here. Plus it becomes a solid, it's a 1/3 bump, speed bump, so that's really nice. Up next we have 3 Amulets of Safekeeping. This is a 2-cost artifact. Whenever you become the target of a spell or an ability an opponent controls, counter that ability, or that spell or ability unless its controller pays 1 colorless. And creature tokens get -1, -0. This is actually more in there for the creature token, and that's why there are 3. This can help help stop Swarm if they do Token Swarm, which is getting really popular now. Alright, up next we have 3 Cancels, just 3-cost counter target spell. Then we have 3 Exclusion Mages, and this one is a 3-cost 2/2 human wizard. And when it enters the battlefield, you return target creature and opponent controls to its owner's hand. Really fun to mess with people. I've aggravated some people I know with this one. And then 3 Mirror Images. This is a 3-cost 0/0 shapeshifter, and you may have it enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature you control. I tend to use it as another copy of the Exclusion Mage, and its effect does trigger, so you can bounce again and again and again. Up next we have 1 Transmogrifying Wand in the main board. I just really couldn't figure out what else to remove other than maybe the Riddlemaster Sphinx. I may do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Just on the fly here. Pump that up. -1 Transmogrifying Wand. Boom, there we go. Alright, now we have 2 Transmogrifying Wands in the main board. This is a 3-cost artifact. When it enters the battlefield, with 3 charge counters on it, you can pay 1 colorless, tap and remove a charge counter, and destroy target creature. Its controller creates a 2/4 white Ox creature token. Activate this ability only anytime you can cast a sorcery. This is a good removal. If they've got something that's way more potent than a 2/4 that you can't bounce immediately or counter, this is your backup. You just blow it up. Up next we have 3 Murmuring Mystics. This one's a 4-cost 1/5 human wizard. And whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you create a 1/1 blue bird illusion creature token with flying. Now I know you're thinking, hey, what good is that with that Amulet of Safekeeping? These are just simply protection. These are literally just protection. And if all else fails, and you get a nice group of these out, you can use Disperse to return your Amulets of Safekeeping. So, something you can do. Anyway, up next. But this is primarily for blocking. So up next we have Two Rivers Rebukes. This is the board wiper. I love this card. I only run 2. I only have 2. I really wouldn't run anymore anyway because it's so expensive. This is a 6 cost sorcery. You return all non-land permanents target player controls to their owner's hand. This is massive. I have won games with this card and I love this card. So up next we have a Nezahal, Primal Tide. This is a 7 cost 7/7 legendary Elder Dino. And he can't be countered, and you have no maximum hand size. When an opponent casts a non-creature spell, you draw a card, and discard 3 cards, exile him, then return him to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. He flashes himself out. Real simple for that ability. That's just to protect him. Anyway. And then we have we round out the main board with 22 islands. Up next, the sideboard, we have 3 negates, which are 2 cost counter target non-creature spell. Just more control. And then 3 quenches, which is the same as negate, only it's counter target spell, and they have the option of paying 2 colorless to prevent that. However, if you're doing early game with this quench, nobody has the mana to really counteract this. Unless you're doing green mana ramping, which can get away with it. Anyway, up next we have 3 divinations for extra draw power if you find that the deck's running, or you're running out of cards, which happens. Then we have 1 more Transmogrifying Wand. 3 sleeps. This is a 4 cost sorcery. You tap all creatures target player controls. Those creatures don't untap during that player's next untap step. This can be a game winner, and it also can just be really annoying tempo kill. Up next and last we have the Riddlemaster Sphinx, and this is a 6 cost 5/5 flying. When it enters the battlefield, you may return target creature and opponent controls to its owner's hand. Just another bounce creature, but it's a beefy one, so it kind of reminds me of the old hoverboard sweepers, hover ground sweepers. I'm probably murdering that name. A really old card from the original Mirrodin set back in the early 2000s. Anyway. This is just, more control, more field control. And this is not, like I said, it's not a tier 1. This one could be a lot of fun. It can be really annoying to people. So, I enjoy it. And if you need to, say for MTGA, if you need to get the cast however many blue spells, this does really well for that too, so to get you some more gold. So anyway guys, that's been the review of the Bluno deck, and which is my nickname for all mono blue decks. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it gives you some ideas on how to do some tempo decks outside of the meta. And as always, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for hanging out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.